Joining us now from Baltimore, Sean McAdam of Comcast Sports Net, New England. Sean, thanks for getting up a little early on the phone with us today.
My pleasure, Butch.
How you doing?
Well, it's been an interesting couple of weeks here. And as you said, it's going to come down to the final two or maybe, as increasingly the odds look like, perhaps 3 games to see what happens and who makes the playoffs and who doesn't.
Well, you mentioned that. Of course, there could be a one-game playoff on Thursday. Let's take a look at some of the ugly numbers. We all know them. In the month of September, in 25 games, they've only won 6. They have a .277 average. They're still hitting okay, but they're not scoring runs. Their ERA is approaching 6. As Peter Gammons tweeted out a little while ago, the pitching staff numbers are horrendous. I mean, there's plenty of blame to go around here. Sean, you've covered this team for a long time. You've covered baseball for a long time. How do you categorize this collapse by this team?
Well, I think it's mostly pitching driven. There's no question that starting pitching has been their biggest downfall this month as they've fallen out of the wild card lead. They've got the starter's ERA for the month is over 7. And most troubling of all is the fact that Lester and Beckett have a combined ERA over 5. And the Red Sox are 1-5 in the last 6 starts by the guys that are supposed to be their top 2 starters. So, you know, you can look at a few games where Bard blew some saves. Papelbon had his first blown save in a few months last week on the homestand. But about 90% of this sits on the starting rotation.
Sean, when you sit there as a fan at home and you're watching the games, and I'm curious if you feel the same way at the park, as this snowball continues to build, as the train rolls on, you're just waiting for the shoe to drop. It's been a long time as Boston sports fans with any of the teams. We've kind of had this feeling about teams. We've been spoiled for so long. But last night, a broken bat single, an inside the park home run that would have had to been a great catch by Ellsbury, but maybe he should have caught. I mean, when you're at the games, do you have the same feeling? Are you kind of just waiting for the laces to come untied?
Well, I mean, one of the things that's become almost a nightly occurrence is them falling behind Butch. In fact, last night they did not. They went up 1-0, and that was a reversal of trend. I think it was 13 out of the previous 14 games the opponents had scored first. So you're used to them digging a hole for themselves almost instantly. They're down 3-0 in the first, as they were the other night in Yankee Stadium. They're down 4-0 by the second or third. And that puts pressure on the offense. It puts pressure on everybody, but it seems like they go into every game, not literally, but it seems like they go into every game with the other team already having scored a few runs. And realistically, it happens within the first couple of innings, and you kind of get the feeling that they start out the game, trying to go uphill.